And he knows when to give him a lot of examples. And he knows when to say, go and bring your idea. Let's see what we'll do. Just knowing the difference that this child is different from the other ones. The transformation in less than 12 months is just amazing. And that is what we all can do. It may seem tedious, but it's very doable and it's very, very rewarding. Can we go to the next one? So this is me. The picture is not that clear. So as I said, I'm a teacher. This is evidence. Okay. I teach K-12. So I teach kindergarten all the way to secondary. Okay. I teach them STEM. So science, technology, engineering, math. I try to make the science that you teach in the classroom more practical for them, if I should say. So here, it was about a year ago we took this picture, around the same time. It was April. And April is known internationally as the month for astronomy. So how do I teach 5-year-olds in the first picture astronomy for them to understand versus 12-year-olds who are down? Sorry, the picture is not clear. To also understand the same astronomy. And it was the same thing I was teaching them. Same thing. This was a pivotal moment for me, and I really appreciated it because I was not good at physics, I confess. Physics was not my favorite subject, neither was the teacher, my favorite teacher. So maybe that had a reason. But for me to be able to do this, I realized that sometimes it's not the students that are not intelligent or can't do it, but sometimes it's a teacher's method that are not able to. So I had to watch the whole week YouTube videos, clips, TikToks, just to get an idea of how to translate astronomy to these children. Because I didn't want to go to the classroom and I'm singing, this is the sun, this is the earth, this is the Mars. No. I wanted them to understand how the earth goes around the sun and what happens, understand when the moon goes around the earth, what happens, and know the names of the planets, all in 90 minutes. Know which planet is bigger and all that. So I call them STEAMtastics. We go to class, we are wearing lab coats, and when they wear it, they know we are doing science, so their mind is already psyched, and they are ready. And we had to do this light bulb thing to represent the sun. That was the best I can do. And then these balls, they sell it. Children play with it, different colors. It's plastic. They sell it for the babies. It comes in a bag. The mothers may know this. And then I put a straw under it so that I can hold it. So that was just the engineering that was done there. Nothing fancy. So the sun is there. And me with the children, so I have my assistant holding the sun. He stays stationary, he doesn't move. Me and the children, we go round it. And they see the change. I picked the yellow ball because when the light reflects on it, it's easier to see the change. So they can see when the sun is hitting on when it's day and night. And then we have a globe in the classroom. That was different. And then we took it around to them. They say, oh, that is why sometimes when I call mommy, she says, I'm sleeping. But it's day here. Because now they've seen it happen. Imagine I've gone and I'm writing it on the board. They won't get it. Even in a song, unless they get to class 4, class 5, then they go, that is what the song was telling me about. But from this class, the children non-stop were telling their parents. The parents had to call and say, Eugenia, what did you do to the children? I'm hearing about the sun and the earth. I've done this. That's all they heard about that week because they were able to understand this. And then when we finished, we drew the planets, we molded them, and then we had the solar system. For the older ones, I don't know, someone said this week, 3 people said it, saying that, Eugenia, I don't know if you've noticed, but children nowadays feel like being dumb is the ish. I don't know if the same thing in your school. They act like they don't know. They act like they don't care. Is it the same thing everywhere? Or only the schools I go to? Oh, don't be shy, because I've seen it. It's like if you are the smartest, then you are odd. So they pretend or they act as if they don't know. and it looks like then you are the organ in the school. But I always say, give me just a day. And how I know that the children are now interested in what I'm saying is when I finish with the session and I'm stepping out, there's about 3 or 5 groups waiting outside to ask me questions. Because when they say it inside, they will be seen as, for you, you are odd. So they will meet me outside for concourse meeting. That's what they do. Then I know that something has entered. And then now I have to even stop them. That it's okay, I have to go. That is what we want. That they will be so inspired that they'll go home and bring you examples for you to do. And so with them, same problem as first day, but later we broke through. So I gave them the globe and I was asking them. So with them, I do more of coaching with them. So coaching, I know the answers you know. So I'm drawing it out of you. I give you questions that will help you to answer. And then you go like, okay, then maybe this is why this is that. And when they ask me a question, we research it together. Trust me, sometimes I don't know the answers. Trust me. I ask them to do a map of a project we are doing. And when I go, they've used CAD to do 3D presentations. I've never used CAD. These kids are more advanced than me. But please don't tell them. So I hide behind that and I act as if I am smart. But for them to even get up from their seats and come to stand, I didn't ask them to come. Come and stand by me and they are checking where this is, where that is. That shows me that they are picking something. So it's not always the assessment that you do that shows you that the kids understand. Sometimes by the questions they are asking you, you get to know that they are interested and they want more. Again, we are not just teaching for knowledge. We are inspiring them to be thinkers and doers, with and without us. Okay, the next one, please. So when do you do facilitation? When do you, what would it involve? How would you do it? And where? Any suggestions? When do you think we need to do facilitation and coaching? How do you want to do it? You can use your classroom, for example. What would you need for effective facilitation? Hello. Oh, it's a question to all of us. So when would we do this? Please, did you understand what I did? Hey, I don't trust you. Please, so when do you think we can do this? Where? How? What would you need currently as a teacher? Let's say you are teaching the same topic, or what is matter? And you're supposed to facilitate, not teach. It's your first lesson. How would you facilitate it versus teaching it? Some people are pushing the science teachers. Yes, please.
Creating.
I have to ban you from talking. You are talking plenty.
Creating visual aids could be a way to help
Fantastic.
understanding.
Yes, visual aids. What else? Please, when you say visual aids, what does it mean? We are from different places.
So naturally, you would learn and tell them what it is. But if you create models, then they get to see. And then you could also make the models interactive. So then they get to also experience hands-on instead of just seeing. Mm-hmm. So different levels of engagement could help understanding.
So that one, what else? What have you done before? Madam Facilitator, what have you done before? This one is on you. Yes, to facilitate any form of learning. Good. So now you are even psyching the environment to encourage the collaboration. Unlike the teaching where, like this one, they are all looking at me. Right? Collaboration is not just you and the student, it's the students also. And then you come in to assist. What else?
Okay, so You create a classroom that is convenient for everybody to learn. So what you do is that you are going to get a lot of materials. You are talking about matter, for example. Take a lot of materials and then allow them to use it, give them activities to do. And in the end, they would come out with what even matter is, and then maybe the various states and all that.
Fantastic. So you also have to know that the kids are also different. So maybe the interaction with the items may be good for the nursery, class 1, class 2. What about the GHS in the secondary school? How would you facilitate matter? How would you? The same topic. Yes.
So for me, at that level, due to maybe peer pressure, they relate better with themselves. So one thing I would suggest is if you can introduce group work, learning among themselves, such that if a learner may be shy of asking you a question, he or she will not have a problem with it if they ask equally.
Fantastic, yes. So that is one way, creating group activities so that it brings out what's in them. You can also do these fun quizzes, not assignments, not tests, not classwork. Fun quizzes. How many of you are familiar with Kahoot? One person. We thank God. 2. We thank God. So Kahoot is quite interesting. It's competitive. It's digital, yes, but you form the questions, or they're already prepared questions, right? So they all sign in, and then I should have done one for you guys. And then questions come one up, and it's timed. So the winner is based on how fast you answer and how correct you answer. So those 2 things. So everybody wants to be first, but if you don't take care, you may answer the wrong question, may give the wrong answer, right? So they also have to be patient. So that brings some vibe in the class. And then at the end, Kahoot will give you the 3 podiums. If you've watched Formula 1 and those competitions, they stand on the podium. There's a first, second, and third. Yes. They'll put 3 teddy bears on it with the names of the winners. And it's always, always exciting. They always want fun. So that could be a good intro. Again, you are understanding that at this level, they kind of know something. So you are appreciating it in them. You are not going to tell them. At that age, they want more of you appreciating that I know. But they also know that they don't know that much. But they need you to acknowledge that in them. As compared to the nursery people who are seeking to mentor you, just follow your lead. So you see your little girl holding handbag and wearing heels. They just want to be like you. For them, you do more of the teaching. For the teenagers, you do more of the facilitation and the coaching. More of the coaching even. And then when they get into their 20s, you do more facilitation. If you get what I mean. Any questions so far? We are good? Hey, good students. We thank God. Can I see the next one, please? Can someone help me read it? Just that the room is quiet, that's why. Can you see? Maybe someone in front here.
Encouraging collaboration. Facilitators promote collaboration among students, encouraging them to work together, share ideas, and learn from one another. This helps develop social and communication skills and enhances the overall learning experience.
So you see that even with just encouraging collaboration in your teaching, you are not just impacting knowledge. Look at the number of skills you are teaching them. Can we have it back on? You are helping them with communication skills. So those who are shy will little by little begin to talk. So we don't even need a special class for communication and soft skills. it is intertwined in what you're doing already. You are building leadership. You find that in the group, you find someone who will stand up and say, no, we are not doing this. We are writing it this way. You are helping them with teamwork. You are helping them with their thinking. And at the end, peer learning. They are learning and appreciating everybody. Because my experience can be different from your experience. You can tell me about a movie that you watch that this topic is in. And when I go home, I would want to watch. Do you get it? These are things that you, the teacher, may not have in your lesson plans, but it has become an added advantage. Trust me, your exams will become easier. The kids will understand it better. This is the essence of soft skills. Not just the hard ones that we are learning. The previous slide, I think we didn't get that one. Creating engaging learning environment. So someone said that already. And then what are the benefits? So supporting the learning journey, encouraging participation, fostering critical thinking. Critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Okay, next slide. I think the next two. Hey, this is small. So I was asking, how do you do facilitation? There are 3 main ways that you have to remember if you forget anything. Okay, active listening. So just because we say, let it be student-focused or student-led, doesn't mean you hide behind the podium. Okay, we are talking about matter, discuss. That is not facilitation. You have to listen. And kids, especially teenagers, appreciate this a lot. They may say something that is wrong. Hold your horses. Again, you're not there to teach. You are there to fast. Imagine your child is about to walk. And each time he's about to fall down, you are there to pick them up. Would they learn to walk? It's not going to happen. So you allow them to fail a little. Be comfortable in failing. Because they know that when they come to you, you will correct them. You are not querying them for what they've done wrong. Imagine in our exercise books, our red pens are not doing, this is correct, this is wrong, this is correct, this is wrong. But rather it is correcting, right? You are coaching them, you are helping them. That what if, instead of putting the red box here, we have put it here, what would have happened? And cause them to think. When the answers come out of them, it sticks better than when you are telling them. Some will need you to tell them. Again, there's a time for teaching, there's a time for facilitation, and there's time for coaching. Okay, so my slide. Active listening is very, very important. They get to know that you are interested in them, you're interested in what they are saying, and you're not just there to mark the register that I have come. Okay, you are serving even as a mentor, a silent mentor that they can trust when they know that you are listening. And again, as I said, avoid interrupting. Try, hold your horses. We know you know. But you give your feedback at the time when there's time for feedback. So just like you do your lesson plan, you know the lesson outcome you want. You know when you want to assess the kids. You know when you want to see ABC. When it's time for feedback, you have it. So you can take notes. Not notes that, what is your name? Okay, this is what you said. What is your name? Then they won't talk. But you are there, you are listening. Questioning techniques. It is important to know open-ended questions. So how would this happen? Not a yes or no or maybe question. Questions that will cause them to think. Questions that will solicit their answers in their own ways. Not that I didn't see that you wrote the tree has 10 meters width or length. No. Let them express it the way that they understand. It even gets you to know them more and how they are learning. Some are pictorial, some are touchy, all that. Okay, so learn to have open-ended questions and probing questions that will explore more ideas Again, if I put the red box here and I don't put it here, what will happen? Then they begin to think. Okay. Group management, very, very essential. Sometimes you give them a topic and they are super excited. Super excited. Or they can be very anxious. Those are the two extremes. But you always want to guide them so that at the end of your lesson, the outcome you wanted, you achieve. So that you are not going on astray, answering so many questions. At the end of the day, you've not done what you wanted to do in the class because it was exciting, the kids were amazing. No, there's time for everything. So you have to have an objective for the class, create a positive and inclusive environment where all participants can talk. So it is not just the brilliant ones that we are hearing. Sometimes you go like, Akosia, hold on. I want to hear what Kwame has to say. Right? You are not telling him, her to shut up or that what she's saying is not important. But you've seen that someone else wants to talk. And you want to encourage that all sides of the room it's heard. Okay? And then you manage your time. Again, have your objectives straight. The next one, please. And thank you for enlarging it. Benefits of facilitation. So I've talked plenty, and we won't go to the next slide. What are some of the benefits you foresee if you implement this? First of all, do you do this in your classroom, or it's totally new, or you kind of blend it? Pardon? You blend.